Hello and welcome to this very first episode of me suddenly gaming. We're going to be playing some Dyson Sphere Program, a wonderful factory game set in space. I had a run at this game a couple of months ago, clocked in about 100 hours before I called it a day. Now I've never played a factory game before, so I made a big mess. I made a huge mess, and this time around we're going to see if we can make things a little bit more efficient, a little bit more organized, a little bit better. So let's just get right into it. New game. Now this is an early access game developed by 5 people in China. So I think they're getting pretty close. It's very playable in the current state, and I'm very excited to see what kind of new features they put in since the last time. I remember there being some open spaces in the technology tree, so that's probably filled in by now. Let's just skip ahead, going for landing. And here we are. Landing went pretty fine. I'm just going to warn you right ahead because there pops up this tutorial guy up here with some Google Translate English, and we can't turn him off. Just have to double click him, make him shut up. That's what we'll do. So this is the first planet you land on. We'll have your basic resources. Here's some copper, some coal, more copper and iron. There should also be some stone nearby. There we go. These are your basic components on the first planet. You can see here. Go away. You will also find some titanium and silicone inside rocks laying about, so you can push one of these. Hopefully get a little bit of a... Nope, just stone there. Some more stone. Even more stone. And just stone. I do assure you though that there is actually silicone and titanium to be found in this rocks lying about. I promise. The first thing we want to do is just take this one, dismantle it, get some resources, some fuel for our mecha. Icarus is his name. Here's the guy again. Go away. And then have a look at the technology. And here pops up the stuff. There
you receive several items after recycling this.
Thank you. There's some fuel rods here. Use them for fuel for now. There's about, well, it's exactly 2 charges there. And here is the technology tree. So, a lot of stuff here. We're gonna go straight for the planetary logistics system. Last time I waited a long time before I started using this one, which basically sends resources through the air. This time we're going to do it as soon as possible. We're going to get this one going first, which we need to research by making 10 magnetic coils. And we'll have to do that inside the Icarus, or the mecha. So here we go. You make 2 every time, and then you just push this one 5 times. So he manually researches inside his pretty little body. And there we go. Electromagnetism, first research is done. Next, we just want to get these technologies here done. They don't require any of these science blocks, blue thingies. So we can just do them inside the mecha and get all the basic components for automation. We'll have a look at those later. So let me just go ahead and get this done. Just manually picking up some iron ore. Well, which we don't actually have to do because we have mining machines from the first technology. We can produce 1 more of these. Let's put 1 on the iron.
You can use
Go away! 1 on the iron. And actually, you know what? Let's find a bigger vein. Oh, the mecha is so slow now. I was used to him being absolutely fully upgraded. This is a little different. Look, can't even fly. Poor little thing. Yeah, this is more like it. So put 1 of these guys here.
One of your production facilities.
Thank you.
Wind turbine.
Okay. And here we can just pick the resources up, put them straight into the inventory. And here's one for iron. Alright, that's the first research done. We can actually start making some automation here now, which we're going to do in a short little bit. First, we're going to just research this one too and have a look at the upgrades. You can upgrade the mecha core now, get a little bit more battery capacity. Later we can get them a little bit faster again. A little bit faster. Right now he's so slow. I'm dying, he's so slow. So there are two things we want to do next here. The first thing is to set up an assembly line and produce blue science to be able to progress on this technology tree. The other thing is that we want to set up an assembly line where we automate everything that we need. All the conveyor belts, all that stuff. The last time I played, I didn't do that until late in the game. I was running around the whole setup like an idiot, collecting stuff. Every time I need a conveyor belt or a Tesla tower. This time we're going to make all that stuff automatically right from the beginning. So here we have our first little setup ready. Stick with the grid. So we are picking up copper here. They're going into the smelters. On the other side comes out copper ingots, which are being stored here. And we're doing the exact same thing here with iron, except we're also picking up, this should be enough, picking up pure iron ore here because we need that for some of the recipes. And all of this, let's see, we'll go over here. Then we're going to make the assembly line down here. We also need some stone for some of the things we want to build. And we got the stone right over here. We're going to put that in somehow. And then down here, we're going to make the assembly line. We are running on fumes, but right now we are actually manually researching with these blue cubes inside the mecha. We have gathered the resources to be able to produce these. We have produced not enough. We are missing one. There we go. And that's it. So now we are researching this one. This will give us the energetic graphite, turn coal into these fuel rods, which are much more effective. And it will also give us the ability to create these high purity silicone thingies, which make us able to build solar panels. Right now we're just using the wind, running on fumes. We're using wind power, but we can't do that in the long run. Making fuel rods, storing them here. So now we have some proper fuel. Look how proud he is. Aww. The research labs makes a very nice little sound that I've never noticed before, so I'm guessing it's new. It's very lovely. Listen. So we have our first little research setup here. I promised I wasn't gonna make a mess. This isn't a mess, is it? Nah. Anyway, I have a solution because we're going to tear down everything later when we need the red ones as well. So right now we are researching the mechanical frame. We are faster. Yeah, that helped. That helped a lot. Are you getting better? Very good. We have a copper coming out here. Iron here, making some rings, making some magnetic ringies. Copper plates, these circuit boards, and that's all you need for the blue science. Put up 6 science labs. That makes blue science cubies, and then 6 more labs that research them. And that's about it for now. We're gonna start working on the assembly line over here. We have already started making the conveyor belts, but we need to get them. Need to get the upgraded versions of these. So we'll need to put in some rings, make some more. Yeah, make some more everything basically. So let's set this up, and solar collection is ready. Excellent. The research I'm doing right now actually requires some pieces of wood, so just walking around, chopping down some trees. And now, look at this. We're back in the air. This makes things a lot easier, finally. So now we're actually automating some of the stuff we need. I'm not sure this whole setup fits the criteria of not being a mess, but first design, and I'm thinking we can come up with something better later. For now we're making conveyor belts, we're making sorters, some storage, smelters, mining machines, assembly machines, and we're making solar panels. We need about, I'd say, 400 million of these, and for now we have 34. Basically we have the iron and copper coming in here. Whenever we need to make something, these for example need the cogs, so we'll just make the cogs here, put them in here, pull out some iron and into the storage room. 1,000 should be enough. Same thing here. This one needs the circuit boards, making them on the other side here. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we need to find a better design later. It'll do for now. And here he is again, looking proud of himself. You're nothing to be proud of, you messy little mecha. Now we want to start making red science cubes. To do that we have to deal with the dreaded hydrogen, which we get from these oil seeps. We had three of them actually, just outside our base. So now I've set up 5 oil refineries, well, not refineries, yeah, refineries actually, which produce crude oil, which power them, and hydrogen, which will just run over to the science thingy over here, get some red science, continue in our technology tree. Then we can research X-ray cracking, a process that will get us even more hydrogen, and then we don't have to worry about that for a little while. Also with red science we can get some faster conveyor belts and the planetary logistics station or system, which is what we want to do. When that is done, we can tear down most of what we've already built, start making things actually in an orderly fashion, as I promised at the beginning of the episode. We also need coal. So where's the nearest coal vein? This one or this one? Yeah, let's have this one over here. This should do it. I was hoping they'd put in a feature where you could just build one of these and copy it. I know there's a mod that does that, so probably install that later when things get bigger. For now we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Old school. That is annoying. That's even more annoying. Now let's just pick the X-ray cracking first to solve our probable hydrogen problem. Here we go, red science in the bank. Ah, that wonderful sound of research. Really nice sound to put in there. I think it's time to look at the power situation in this little starting base. Right now, X-ray cracking. Let's have a look at that later. Because right now, only using these windmills. They're not very effective and also have to space them out. Very annoying. I think we'll just go with a good old-fashioned belt of solar panels around the planet. I don't know how many that will be. Thinking 1,000 should be enough. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 belts. And then fill in the wind turbines in it as well. Let's go do that. Alright, here we go. This is gonna take a while. More windmills! I need more windmills! That's some. Okay, back to work. That's annoying. Off you go. Now I can finally see the base again here in the horizon. This has been one boring task. And there we go. Belt all around the planet. Have a little bit of energy to play with. Okay, what's next? And there we can fly to another planet if we want to. And I think we do. Let's see.
You have received the ability to
Here we go.
Double-click the space key to lift off to enter the flight mode.
Now here's the gas giant we are orbiting. Here's our little planet, Naos. And right here is Naos 3. There are 2 planets orbiting this one. I think that's pretty rare. And this one has silicone. So we'll be going here later to pick up the silicone when we need that. Here it is. Very nice. And we don't really have anything to do here, so let's go. And that is it for today's episode. We have kind of an emerging mess here. We need to get that under control. We will reorganize this whole assembly line in the next episode. We will try to build a setup for hydrogen that will keep us fed with that stuff, well, hopefully for a long time. And we need to start making the yellow science blocks. Reorganize the science department and all the challenges that comes with yellow science. I think we might have to go to another planet. So, until next time, I'm Suddenly Gaming, and goodbye.